Welcome to Living Life with Purpose. I'm your host, Phil Foster. Well, it's Friday again. I just want to take a half a second to remind you to get out to church this weekend. And if you live in the Athens area, of course, we'd love to have you here at New Life. We meet at 1035 and we're on South Green. Have you ever read the story of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho? It's one of my favorite stories in the whole Bible. And it's interesting there because when they came to Jericho, it was a walled city, a strong fortress, and they couldn't go around it. They had to go through it. And God gave them a battle plan. And normally you'd think he'd say, we'll take a battering ram and knock in the doors and go in and get the bad guys or whatever. But God told him to march silently around the city once a day for 6 days. And then on the seventh day, march around it 7 times. And so each day they had to follow the orders from headquarters. Each day they had to do what God had told them to do. And can you imagine what that must have been like? It's possible that somewhere along the journey, and I don't know how many miles around the city it was, but suffice it to say it was probably several miles easily walking. So the first day, the second day, third day, they walked around, they were quiet. Probably the guys on the wall were making fun of them, laughing at them, telling them they're losers or whatever. And then on that last day, they must have got really tired. I mean, think about it. If they even marched 3 miles around one trip, 7 times was like 20-some miles, like running a marathon. They must have been really tired at the end of the day. So it took some faith and trust. I want you to think about that. They had to be obedient and have faith and trust in God, that God would do what he said he'd do if they did what they were told to do. And sometimes that's how simple it is. There are walls up in our life, and all God's waiting for us to do is follow the orders from headquarters. And you know the story. The 7th time, they lifted up their voice, the trumpets went forth, and the walls fell down. What is it that God's told you to do today? Let me give you some advice. Just go back to that place where God told you to do something. Follow his advice, his orders, and then you watch and see if God won't knock down some walls in your life. Well, I'm all out of time for today, so until we get together next time, may God bless you. And hey, have a great day.